I've been trying to look around to see where I can get some justice or human rights or whatever. Do you realize how difficult it is, to get human rights in a country like ours? It's, at the end of the day, it all costs money, and if you don't have money, I don't think there's such thing as human rights. I came across this website, Liberty. I believe it's a free service to people, but they don't have the facilities to communicate with you on site, basically, and you've got to either email them or write to them, and I believe they're saying it takes 8 to 10 weeks before they can reply, because it's all run by volunteers. But if you think, with a democracy, that the most important things, if we want change in our society, that this sort of, I don't know what you call it, a firm or an organization, should be the pillar of our society, Instead, it's run by donations or whatever, contributions by the public. It's unbelievable. Of course, you got the Law Society, the Legal Service Ombudsman. My experience with it is all a big joke. There's a lot of money being thrown down the drain. If you're going to complain to a plumber that is a cowboy or somebody that is absolutely corrupted, you're going to go and ask his gang to judge him. It doesn't make any logic at all. They're the biggest cover-up that I've ever come across. I've reached the stage that I realize you can't trust authorities anymore. You can't trust the people who represent you, the solicitors. You can't trust the judges, and now you can't even trust the politicians. So we're in a terrible state. How could it, how can we claim that, we're so great that we need to go and tell the world how to run itself, other countries, and we don't have nothing that we can... Well, from what I can see, we finally come to the end of the road, that the problem seems to be worldwide. The only answer that we can see that's happening today is suicide bombers and, people having to... Young kids, have no answer. They either commit suicide or they go and stab other people, because nothing can be trusted. We seem to be quite happy to live in a world that is full of lies, full of cover-ups. We punish the people that, bring the truth to us, and we the public allow it to happen, Every time somebody come and tell us the truth about what's happening in the background, they lose their jobs and nothing is done. We don't stand up and fight for them. So we're basically accepting the world the way it is. Well, of course, our rulers now, they know they've got it made, The way the society is, for instance, the only people now who can afford more than 2 children are the very rich, or the ones on the social, and these are the people who vote for them, and they will always have their gang voting for them, and then the thing is, those who work hard and pay all towards this whole infrastructure, you don't get nothing from it. All you get is a pack of lies, and when are you gonna wake up? Are you just waiting for the next football game to come on, or are you gonna one day wake up and realize that you've sacrificed your life,
You know, you'll be an old man ready to go in an old people's, and when you do get to the old people's home, you've got another big surprise coming to you. You know, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get, you know. The thing is, the whole thing is covered with lies and treating old people terribly, but it looks like we're going to, you know, wake up when we're there. I just can't understand, like, the way that our society is, how we accept the way it is. We don't, we moan and groan. We don't, really, we should be out there screaming our heads off to do something about it, But when I look at it, getting involved with the groups that deal with it, it's nothing of any substance there that I want to be a part of and get involved, It's just, it needs the people to wake up. Whatever we're gonna, the amount of money that we must raise, is colossal. From the authorities to the government, taxation, and I just take a look sometimes at massive car parks, that authority car parks, and I had to pay £1 to go and pay my rates. And when you look at the car parks, how full they are, the money that's collected from people every day, just talking about parking alone, all this money, must run into millions and millions, and yet we can't have a decent society that we can respect. It's beyond me.